under control. It's 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, 5 weeks in when things start to pile up, when things start to get overwhelming, right? And so if we can get you guys in here plugging away and just grinding, taking that next step, shooting that next screencast, right? That's where great things happen. That's where great companies take off. That's where things freaking Hal and Simon are just amazing, right? They've really helped you guys over the last 4 or 5 weeks. Really kill it. I know you guys are pushing over $300,000 in sales in the first 4 or 5 weeks here. But I also know, because I mean we're human. We all get to a point where we start to get a little burnt out, right? We start to get almost a little too much pressure coming on us. Whether that's like, you know, for you right now, you got a lot of follow-up to do. Maybe you didn't make any sales last week, or you haven't had a sale in 2 weeks, or whatever that is for you. That fatigue is real. That fatigue is there. That fatigue is what we have to attack, right? And so I want to make sure that each and every one of you that are inside of here are really, really focused on that end result, focused on really what you're trying to accomplish, right? Because the only thing that can make you fail, the only thing that is going to stop you from going 0 to 10K is you stopping taking the steps, you stopping yourself from shooting the screencast, doing the follow-up, doing the deep dives, doing the scope of works, and getting to the close table. So we got to get you guys in here. We got to get you focused again. We got to get you saying, fuck your excuses, right? Because that's so important. And right now is when the time you need it, guys. It's not at the beginning. It's not when you already feel motivated. It's not when you already feel like you got this whole system under control. It's 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, 5 weeks in when things start to pile up, when things start to get overwhelming, right? And so if we can get you guys in here plugging away and just grinding, taking that next step, shooting that next screencast, right? That's where great things happen. That's where great companies take off. That's where things really start to go, right? So, you know, whether you've been in here really hitting it hard, like I know most of you had, and now you're 4 or 5 weeks in, and you're hitting a little bit of that fatigue, a little bit of that overwork, too many follow-ups to do, whatever that is for you. Don't let that excuse stop you. Don't let that excuse stop you from continuing to put in the work, okay? We have goals here. We have a big lofty goal for you, and you do as well for yourself, and nothing's gonna stand in your way. So don't let it. Don't let this fatigue, don't let being 4 or 5 weeks into the sales accelerator stop you from hitting that next step, okay? So I just wanted to jump in here because I personally am going through something as well, guys. I started getting back into the gym, F45, me and the wife, and dude, you're in there first, your legs are burning, then your arms are burning, and then obviously your mind's telling you all these excuses. And we've been going for a little while, but still you're, 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, and like something pops up to where you're like, oh man, this is a little too much. Maybe I should have never signed up for 5 days a week. Maybe I should have signed up for 3 days a week. And these excuses will drag you down. These excuses will stop your growth. And so I want to make sure that you guys are hyper-focused on your end goal, hyper-focused on where you're trying to go. And I want to make sure that you guys are continuously taking those steps, putting in the work, because I can tell you this is the same for anybody, whether it's me, whether it's Hal, whether it's any of these other students in here that you see killing it, Paul Myers, Demetrius Spates, Grant Gareb, any of these guys, they get fatigue as well. You guys are 4 or 5 weeks into this challenge. You guys have done over $300,000 in sales. So first, give yourself a pat on the back, but then ask yourself, can I dig deep? Can I double that? Can I triple what I've done, right? Because it's in action that we're gonna start filling our bank accounts. It's in shooting those screencasts, right? It's in the daily 10 screencasts a day. Maybe you're only doing 5, whatever that is for you, it's in doing them. Because I know you probably woke up this morning going, holy shit, I got so many follow-ups to do. I have so many deep dives to do. Oh shit, my last scope of work took me 3 hours. I understand. I want to let you know that I do understand. And so does everybody else because they're all going through it. But it's the people that put their head down. It's the people that continue running towards the door that get through it. Okay? And so I want to make sure that you guys are the ones that continue to keep stepping. You guys are the ones that continue to keep putting in the work. And I promise you, if you do, that's going to get you that $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month income level that you're trying to get to. Don't let this fatigue fuck you. Go back, fuck your excuses, and let's go get it, okay? It's Saturday. Each and every one of you should be in here grinding, growing, reaching out to small business owners, and making this happen for yourself, okay? With that, much love. We'll see you guys soon.